So I was thinking the other day, and a lot of people have told me, why don't you post like any games where you totally demolish someone? Do you just suck? And I'm like, well, here's the thing. If I ever do that, it just makes me look like an ass. But then everybody else does it. So this is what I'm gonna do. For the next like 10 straight battles, win or lose, no matter what happens, unless of course it DCs, I'm just gonna post it. So this is the first one. The first one's against Devon's Infernate. Or Devon, whatever. Anyway, so he lives off Fairthorn. I am using a rain team that has been working out pretty well. I mean, this team has been giving me some good results. Anyway, so I lead off Polytoad. Now, I just kind of want to know what he does, and I go for a Scald, and I was thinking he might Leech Seed first turn, and I was like, alright, whatever, because I didn't really want my Gyarados to get the Leech Seed on it. So I go for switch out, go into Gyarados, and I go for the Intimidate, and, you know, he Stealth Rocks and whatever. So, I go for the sub, he goes for Leech Seed, and it fails because, you know, fucking sub. And I start Dragon Dancing. Now, I need to find a sub, or a set for this Gyarados that makes it that I can live, with Intimidate, live Power Whips from a Pharaoh, because that'd be perfect. Because that's usually the best time to Dragon Dance with this thing, but whatever. Anyways, so he breaks my sub, obviously, since, you know, I kind of said it wouldn't live. But I sub again, hoping maybe he'll miss. I was thinking there was 8 power points to Power Whip, but there's actually 16. So I was thinking, you know, maybe I could just stall it out of power points, but yeah, that didn't really work. But anyways, so I switch out, go into Mario's food, and he takes the Power Whip like a boss. And I was thinking, alright, after an Intimidate, a Gyro Ball shouldn't break my sub. Plus, I don't think he'll have it, because having both attacking moves is kind of redundant. But he does, and breaks my sub. And I'm like, the fuck! And I didn't really want to waste Spore on this thing, because he could just easily switch to something. So I switch back out into my Gyarados. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. I don't know. And now he has 2 Intimidates, so I'm thinking, alright, maybe Power Whip won't break it this time. He avoids this time, and I actually thought that he hit me. I don't know why, but whatever. And I go for the Dragon Dance, and I'm like, yay, I can get free Dragon Dances. And then he Power Whips, he misses again, and I'm like, sweet, that's nice. And I go for Bounce now. So I spring up in the air, and he misses Power Whip. At this point, I'm thinking, he should be very, very low on Power Whips, if not out of it. And I miss Bounce, which is just stupid. And then he breaks my sub, and I'm like, alright, so it took him 2 hits to break my sub, because I thought he hit me once already. So I sub again, and guess what? He hits me, breaks my sub. Here I'm like raging, because then, you know, I kind of just wasted the Gyarados, because I can't switch, because Stealth Rock. So I just kind of have to bounce, and hope he misses or something. So I use Bounce, hit the Ferrothorn, doesn't do anything at all, fucking stupid, and then he hits me with Power Whip and dies. So that's sad. That was kind of a waste. Yeah, that's like 3 minutes in, and it really didn't do anything at all. So anyway, so I go for the sub here. After 2 Intimidates, he's got to not break my sub, right? Right, finally. So I can finally just go for Spore here, and I'm fine if I go for Spore here, because I already have the sub up. Meaning that he'd be really lucky if he could just wake up next turn. And yeah. Plus, I was hoping he might switch. I don't fucking know. But I go for Focus Punch, he doesn't wake up, and I just destroyed the Pharaoh. And why didn't I do this in the first place? I don't know. But, you know, whatever. So yeah, he dies. And, yeah, I kind of just wasted the Gyarados. Anyway, so now he goes into Infernate. And here, I was thinking, alright, so he has a bunch of stuff that resists both Fighting and Grass. If I go for Focus Punch, he'll know I go for Focus Punch, and I think he's going to U-turn. So let's just sub again. Because even if I do Spore something, he might predict that and go to Haxorus, because he does have a Haxorus, and I was thinking maybe it has Lumberry. But, yeah, he has a Hydreigon, goes for Flamethrower, and I'm surprised that broke. Because, one, it's a Flamethrower, not a Fire Blast, and Flamethrower is whatever. But then, Rain is up. I mean, I know it's super effective and everything, and maybe he specs, because that's all he used. But, I don't know. Or Expert Belt, even. But still, whatever. Flamethrower, Expert Belt, I mean, just doesn't work together. I don't know. If you're gonna go for damage, go for Fire Blast. It's worth it. So I go for Focus Punch, and I punch him in the face. Or not really, but whatever. And Hydreigon dies. Hydreigon. So now he goes into Deoxys, and I'm like, alright, I can't take a Psychic or anything, and I'm just going to go into Politoed because Politoed's really only reason for living is for rain, and it does a good job at it, at living. This set is weird. This set, I found this set somewhere. I don't know where. It was probably on a Smokin' RMT, and I saw this set, and I was like, wow, that's a decent set, so I'll try it out. It's like Scald, Toxic, Protect, and Refresh. And it works very well at living. To win those weather wars. So I'm going to try this out from now on. I'm going to see if it works or not, instead of just Scarfed or something like that. But anyways, he goes for Outrage. I predict that going to my balls, and my balls hurt him with Iron Thorns or whatever. So he goes for Outrage again. I go for Leech Seed here. He gets a crit. Now that sucks, but whatever. I get Leech Seed. And yeah. And now here, he gets confused. So, I was thinking, alright, he's probably not going to stay in. And I'm thinking he's going to go into Infernape. So, let's just go for Leech Seed, predicting the switch into Infernape. And I do, and I'm a winner. So, yeah, Leech Seed. Now, this Ferrothorn does have Protect, so I'm going to go for Protect. I kind of figured that this thing's a banded Infernape. And, yeah. And there's that. So, alright, so now here. I know he's probably banded, if not scarfed. Close Combat will be doing a fuck ton, and I noticed that my Raikou outspeeds like everything, so I go into my Quagsire. Now I really don't know why I went into this instead of Politoed, but it served the purpose. I was pretty much just sending it in to die. And I really should have went. I don't know. Whatever. I'd have whatever. So Quagsire dies. I really don't need it. He doesn't have anything electric type. Or anything really that boosts. I mean, he has this thing, he has a... Well, he ends up having a Scarfed Haxorus. And then Deoxys that has Life Orb, so I'm like, whatever. So I go into this thing. And he switches randomly. I don't know why he switched. And especially that he didn't switch into God damn it, he didn't switch into Haxorus. Because Haxorus was like almost dead anyways, might as well. But whatever, I go for Thunder, I get the Parahax, which is great, and he gets paralyzed. So, that's great. I was thinking he might, like, just Thunder Wave anyways, but whatever. I get Thunder again. I do have Calm Mind, but I decided not to do that because, you know, whatever, I want to keep my sub. But then he Calm Minds here. And I'm like, why are you Calm Minding? You're paralyzed. I have a sub up. You might as well just break my sub, you know? But whatever. I guess maybe he thought I would Calm Mind, but whatever. And I Thunder, and Jirachi dies. To a crit, not like it mattered, but whatever. So now I have a free sub. And he has Haxorus, and then obviously since he's sending out this Haxorus, he's obviously faster because he's Scarfed. So Scarf Haxorus takes out my sub. I go for HP Ice, kills the thing. Now I really don't understand this right here. He goes into Infernape. Now I know I'm a shiny Raikou, and I did this purposely. I made it a shiny Raikou for a reason. Now I never make anything shiny, but in this case I did, and it's because whenever anybody sees a shiny legendary dog, they automatically think it's the event one. And the event Raikou can't be timid nature, can't be plus speed, it has to be rash. And if I was rash nature, Infernape would be faster. But obviously I wasn't. So, yeah. It's just like, I don't understand why everybody thinks that. Anyways, so he just got destroyed by Raikou. And that's pretty much the game. So, like I said, I'm going to post like the next like 10 or so battles. No matter win or lose, if I get destroyed, if I 6-0 somebody, I'm going to post it. Just, I don't know why, it's just people were telling me to do that. So, if you don't agree, say something about it. If you don't care, whatever. So, that's the game. Some news for you guys. Well, first off, if you didn't see the battle, the brawl versus me and Shofu, you should go check that out on this channel. That was pretty funny. Anyways, on a related note, I decided to buy a Dazzle. And I'm getting a Dazzle this Tuesday. At least it says it's going to be in by Tuesday. So, if you guys want to see some Brawl stuff, if not like Mario Kart stuff, I'm very competitive on the Wii. I don't know why. I also have Black Ops, but I don't give a shit about that thing. Black Ops suck. I can't wait for Mario Kart 3. Anyways, so if you guys want to see that, comment. If you really don't want to see it, then say it, because then I won't. I do have a lot of texture hacks on Brawl and Mario Kart. Actually, my Mario Kart ones don't work anymore because they fucking got deleted, but whatever, I can fix that. And, yeah, so post your opinion about that. And that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'm out of here. Yeah.